Nothing subliminal there. Halfway through the 7 o'clock hour, welcome to the Mornings with Ed show on the all-new voice of Laguna. Music from the Interrupters and Take Back the Power, 29 minutes before 8 o'clock on what is currently and thankfully kind of a marine layery day. If you're noticing a fog inland, it is simply because the ocean temperature, and again, I'm not a meteorologist, but I play one on radio, the ocean is warm. It's around 70 degrees, and the slightly cooler morning air hitting the ocean and the breeze coming in will bring in this little marine layer over the next couple of days. And then once it heats up, forget about all of that. Just triple digits in some portions of inland Orange County, and certainly in the Inland Empire, high double digits in most parts of inland Orange County. And here along the coast in Laguna Beach, like yesterday, it felt like a sweltering 82 degrees, only because of the humidity, and it was pretty high yesterday. So do all the right stuff, hydrate, prepare, and as I always say, protect your pets first when it gets super warm like this. So I grew up seeing Publishers Clearinghouse ads on television long before there was the lottery system, which, by the way, if you want to see how great the economy is doing, always look at the lottery because lottery ticket purchases go up substantially when it's not doing so well, and they are at their highest point ever right now, by the way. Let's talk about Publishers Clearinghouse for a second, because they were great ads. They would show up at your door with this giant check for enough money to take care of you for the rest of your life. For nearly 60 years, Publishers Clearinghouse had been known for changing the lives of families and individuals, fulfilling their dreams with prize money that they promised would keep coming for as long as they lived. And it sounds great. You know, you enter the Publishers Clearinghouse. It doesn't really take much. You buy a couple of magazines here and there. But now the company is in bankruptcy. And a lot of these winners' dreams have turned into nightmares. So the terms of the sales agreement of Publishers Clearinghouse, they've been sold. And the company is now saying that part of that agreement is to not honor payouts for those who won their life-changing prizes before July 15th of this year. Some winners who thought they'd never have to work again are finding themselves in an uncertain position now of how they're going to pay their bills. You get a check, you get especially a big cardboard one. You think, I never have to work again. I'll just wait for this check to, the annual payout to arrive every year. And it's a nightmare for a lot of people. One person in particular, I'll just give you an example of one person, a guy by the name of John Wiley, Bellingham, Washington. He'd been promised $5,000 a week for life. It's $20,000 a month for life. Now, this poor guy at 61 is looking for a new job, but he's not hopeful since he hasn't worked in about 15 years. He's currently living off of the proceeds of sales of some of his prized possessions that he bought with that $5,000 a week. You're living high on the hog when you're getting a free $5,000 a week. But Wiley said he had no idea that the company was even in trouble until his annual check for $260,000 did not show up as expected in January. You get a check every year for $260. You're thinking, all right, let me check the mail. Maybe they're a little late on sending it. The company, no one gave this guy a heads up. The bankruptcy for them is not just upending for the finances of other people who'd been promised continued riches. It's eroding a part of America's popular culture. It really is. Today, Publishers Clearinghouse and its prize money seem pretty quaint in comparison to the jackpots that we just saw, more than $1 billion from Powerball and Mega Millions jackpots. But the Publishers Clearinghouse Prize Patrol would show up. Remember, they called it the Prize Patrol. Would show up with balloons and oversized checks. They became universally known across the country, all the way dating back to from the early 70s all the way through the early 2000s. Long before national lotteries and billion-dollar jackpots started grabbing the headlines and feeding fantasies of riches. And the fault, really, I'll use this opportunity to say, the fault lies with us. It does. If you've got fantasies of getting rich because you've selected the right numbers, or people show up at your door with a giant check, it's time to reconsider how you intend to, retire, how you intend to earn money over the next couple of years. I get it. Everybody buys a lotto ticket. Most people buy a lotto ticket when it's around $2 billion, and you dream. It gives you an opportunity to dream a little bit. But unlike state lotteries, Publishers Clearinghouse allowed people to win without buying a ticket or even the magazine subscriptions that it was hawking. Publishers Clearinghouse was started by Harold and Lou Esther Mertz and their daughter Joyce in the basement of their Long Island home back in 1953. And they did this by selling magazine subscriptions for multiple publications at the same time through direct mailings. Great scam. And I'm not saying scam in the bad way. Great way. Great thinking back in 1953 when magazines were quite popular. And they stayed popular until the mid-'70s. In 1967, to attract attention for its mailings, the company started offering its first direct mail sweepstakes. And customers could enter for a chance to win prizes, regardless of whether or not they purchased a magazine subscription. Now, they are looking for jobs because the check is not in the mail.
From Laguna Beach to Miami Beach to the Jersey Shore, the best radio on earth is Voice of Laguna Radio.